My name is Hannah Morrow, and for today's Advent devotional, we're going to be discussing the significance of angels at Christmas. Now, there is a lot that we can talk about this topic because angels play a big role during the time of Jesus' birth, but because we only have a couple minutes, we're going to focus on one angel named Gabriel and his encounter with Zacharias, a priest. I encourage you to read Luke 1, verses 1 through 21 so that you can get the entire context. During the time of Jesus' birth, angels served to prepare the people for upcoming events and world changes that were about to take place. In this particular circumstance, Gabriel visits Zacharias to tell him about his specific role in God's plan. Jumping in at verse 13, Gabriel says his first words to Zacharias, which are, "Do not be afraid." I think Gabriel does this to redirect Zacharias from a spirit of fear to one of expectation and hope. Now, if you can imagine this with me, you're Zacharias, you're at work, focused on your job, trying to get it done well, when out of nowhere, an angel of the Lord pops up and tells you specific information about your life. I don't know about you, but if I were Zacharias, I think I might be a little bit freaked out. Instead of allowing Zacharias to remain stuck in that spirit of fear, Gabriel encourages him to adopt God's perspective, which is outside of fear. Gabriel does this by presenting God's plan for Zacharias and his wife, Elizabeth. In the verses that follow, we see Gabriel detail God's plan for his family and also gives Zacharias some instructions. He also lets him in on some behind-the-scenes action that lets him know God is still working, even though he might not be able to see it at the time. In verse 20, Gabriel tells Zacharias that he had been sent directly from God to bring him this good news. When he does this, there is no mistaking who is behind all these things that are happening. God is the one putting the pieces in place to bring hope to the world. Now, how can we apply this to our own lives? Well, when we think about it, the angels were sent to earth to proclaim God's word, to prepare the people for the things that he was about to do. In the same way, the Bible, which we can also reference as God's word, serves to prepare us for the ups and downs that life can bring. So, just like the angels came to tell the people of the hope that was to come, the Bible and its wisdom, instruction, and truth tells us about the hope that has already come through God's free gift of grace, which begins with the birth of Jesus and the story of Christmas. Thank you for listening to this devotional, and have a Merry Christmas.